guys, my name is Leena. I'm a nutritionist and health coach. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a second bite video. One of my absolute favorites because I love eating and I love sweets, and my sweet tooth is bigger than that of an elephant. If you've never seen a second bite video before, here's what it looks like. We're going to start off by making a healthier version of a more traditional decadent treat. We compare the two and we see which one you'd rather take a second bite of. Today this is going to look like me and my 16-year-old sister Jenna both baking coffee cake donuts, but in two completely different ways. We're taking the same recipe. She's gonna make it traditional kind of as is with the sugar and butter and whatever. And I'm going to do healthier, lower calorie or try to version. And then we're gonna take these two donuts over to our siblings, have them try them blindly. They won't know whose is whose or which one is the healthier treat and which one isn't. And they're going to tell us which one they would rather take a second bite of. These videos are for entertainment purposes only. It is, of course, always okay to have the more decadent and traditional form of a treat and dessert. Me and my family indulge all the time, but videos like this show us that we can also enjoy the healthier option on the day-to-day, that more indulgent treat, kind of balance it in here and there. It's always important to know that treats should be balanced into your day, whether it's healthier or more traditional, in a way that feels best to you. I do have a whole series on how to build healthy habits 101 that'll help you determine the best way to eat treats and not overeat treats. If you haven't yet, go ahead and pop over to that series too. Make sure you subscribe and like, comment below on what second bite video you'd want to see next. Without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to special girl, my 16-year-old sister, the star of every show, Jenna. Show your face. Hello. Jenna is my 16-year-old sister. She bakes when she wants to. She's by no means a professional baker, but she's a professional chopped watcher. And every other baking show, competition, cooking show, she knows all of those. She definitely likes her good indulgent treat. Jenna's not really a fan of healthier options.
Oh, yeah.
But she is quiet, so yeah. Alright, without further ado, we are gonna see you in the kitchen in literally 1 second. Okay, we have our recipe propped up right here, and then we have kind of like the ingredients that we're roughly going to be needing. We are following technically the same recipe, and I'll link it in the description box below. I have like taken every ingredient that I could use a healthier version of and swapped it. So we're technically using the same measurements and the same ingredients. I'll walk you through the changes I'm making, hopefully as I make them. I have also separately calculated the nutrition facts, and we'll pop that at the end. I'll reveal the differences in nutrition facts, calorie count, things like that, and kind of the nutritional info behind it. Ready, Jenna?
Yes.
Yes. Step one is to preheat the oven to 350 and to spray our 6 mold donut pan with non-stick baking spray. In a small bowl, combine sugar, flour, and cinnamon. Add in butter cubes and quickly work them into the mixer until it resembles coarse meal. 1/4 cup of granulated sugar. I'm going to use monk fruit instead of sugar. Monk fruit is a 0-calorie sugar replacement. It comes from a natural source. You know, after processing, it's probably not natural anymore. This is what I'm going to be using. Jenna's just using regular granulated sugar. You want to show them? Next ingredient is 3.5 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. I'm going to be using a gluten-free 1-to-1 flour replacement. Now, this is not any less calories, I don't think, than normal white flour, but I do like it for like inflammation purposes and kind of just like extra health reasons. Jenna's using regular sugar and our flour. Yeah. So we're actually making the crumb coating right now because we're doing a coffee cake donut. Hurry up with the flour, chop chop, man. Come on, what are you waiting for? 3.5 tablespoons of flour.
I'm getting confused.
Come on, hurry up.
Can you calm down? Yeah, if you want haste or waste.
What do you mean you're wasting by using more than you're not leveling your spoon?
But
you're not hasty or wasty. Or whatever.
What?
You're hasty and wasty.
Okay, if you're gonna trash talk, get your words right.
Actually, to make this even a little bit lower calorie and more smart, instead of using 3.5 tablespoons of flour, I think we'd be fine with 2.5. I'm gonna save a whole tablespoon of flour because I just feel like these recipes, they use a little much sometimes. You know, they're just a little overzealous.
Is that like from your AP like study book? I don't know.
Is overzealous the right term in that scenario? I don't actually know.
Overjealous?
Overzealous.
Overly jealous.
Overzealous.
So jealous.
Cinnamon. I don't even measure when it says 1/4 teaspoon. It just gets a little sprinkle in there. Cinnamon is obviously, spices are one of those things. They fit in anything. They fit in a healthier thing. They fit in more indulgent, fun things. It's just spice. You know, sometimes people don't know. They're like, is cinnamon good for you or not? Cinnamon's great for you.
You know, like salt and pepper, like spice. Jeez.
Some people don't know. Some people are engineers and they know nothing about spices.
Now you know. Cinnamon. Oh my gosh.
I feel like we're being really bad cooking show people. Sugar, flour, cinnamon. Add in butter cubes and work them into the mixture until they resemble a coarse meal. 1/4 of a cold stick of unsalted butter. So Jenna's using real butter.
Sorry.
Butter. I'm using real butter too, but it's actually a whipped butter. So this is about 40 calories less per serving than traditional butter. It's just fluffier, it's whipped, it's that's it. If you needed a dairy-free option or a vegan option, you could use a vegan butter and whip it yourself. You can use coconut oil, which I almost used, but I think it changes the flavor too much, and I think it would have been too obvious in the, like, for the people taste testing for our siblings. I think they would have easily known which one was healthier. So I chose a whipped dairy butter because this is a competition and I want to win.
I can't understand.
2 tablespoons of fluffy butter. We're gonna mix these together until they're crumbly. Come into the camera, little Snooky.
Don't talk to me like that and then trash talk me.
Well, you're still my best friend.
You're disgusting.
She loves me as much as I love her.
Wrong.
Too bad she's gonna lose.
I don't care. You asked me to do this.
I did ask Jenna to do this because I know that people would rather watch Jenna than they would watch me. So Jenna's my clickbait.
I mean, it's a course meal.
What do you guys think? A course meal? Popping in the freezer while making a donut batter. Conveniently, the freezer's right here. If we're comparing Jenna's, this is Jenna's, to mine, they look identical. Mine looks a little darker and more well incorporated. Jenna's is a little
calm down.
more juvenile.
Like, what? You're just using words to make me sound young.
So now we're gonna make the donut batter. Now we're gonna make the donut batter. I feel like I should be looking at you in the eyes when I say that.
This is a hot bowl.
Oh. For the donuts, in a large bowl, whisk together the dry ingredients. In a separate bowl, whisk together the wet ingredients. Gently fold the wet mixture into the dry mixture. Do not overmix. We need 1 cup of flour. I'm using gluten-free, Jenna's using regular white. We need 1 cup of this.
See how short you are?
Shrink your face.
My face?
Shrink your body.
Wow. Health coach over here.
That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. I meant your height. 1 cup of flour going in. Again, only difference is one is gluten, one is not. Calorie-wise, they're the same. Oh, a 1/2 cup of light brown sugar. I'm not using brown sugar, and I'm not a huge fan of brown sugar substitutes. And I couldn't find it at the store at that time, and they're expensive, and I didn't want to buy another sugar-free sub. So instead, I'm gonna mix monk fruit. I already have this at home, which is just a monk fruit maple. This is hopefully gonna give me that molassesy thing, and this is gonna be the sugar thing. Now, what's different about regular brown sugar and a monk fruit fake brown sugar or low-calorie sweetener is that the texture is completely different. So I think if anything was to throw me off my game and show me that, you know, show them that our recipes were different, it would be that. Maybe I should use a 1/4 cup of regular brown sugar and a 1/4 cup of fake brown sugar so I get the texture and a little bit of the flavor, and then mix it with this. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So I'm lessening the amount of brown sugar by 1/2. A 1/4 cup of real brown sugar for the flavor, texture, to keep that to some extent. So I'm gonna take a 1/4 cup of that, put it into a 1/2 cup. Then I'm gonna mix in a 1/4 cup of monk fruit, bring that up to the 1/2. I wanna mix in my maple so that we can mix these together. Am I being a little extra? Yes. Is this a science experiment that I've never tried before? Yes. But I think it's smart. So I'm mixing the monk fruit maple, and the regular brown sugar to create 1/2 cup of lower sugar brown sugar that has the feel a little bit. I think this is gonna be smart, Jenna.
Okay.
Hashtag revolutionary. What is that from?
Revolutionary? What is that word from?
What is that show where they say, oh, legendary? Do you know what that show that is?
What show Legendary is, or what show they say that word in?
There's a show that they say it, Big Bang Theory? No. How I Met Your Mother. They always say legendary. Okay, so this is a 1/4 cup of monk fruit, a 1/4 cup of real brown sugar, and a drop of brown maple.
Are you serious?
Maple flavored monk fruit. I couldn't remember. There's too many things. So altogether it equals 1/2 cup of a lower sugar brown sugar mixture. So I'm gonna put that in. I think this is genius.
Oh my gosh. The next step is half a teaspoon of salt. This is salt, if you didn't know.
Call me, beat me. Do you know what, when I texted you and I said, call me, beat me if you want to reach me?
Did I not answer?
Do you know what that, you did answer, but did you know that what that's from? We don't measure our salt, we just, like that.
Okay, next step. 1 teaspoon baking powder.
We're gonna use the same baking powder because we're twins, basically.
You're disgusting. You can use this brown sugar as a face scrub.
We gotta mix our dry ingredients. Oh my gosh! This is supposed to be dry ingredients, but I used maple to make my monk fruit.
Oh, I'm so smart.
So-
I'm such a chemist.
So now it's wet because I used the maple flavor.
Oh, you're using a whisk?
What are you using, Janice? Let's just mix it.
Well, it was like brown sugar was clumpy.
Why are you using your hands?
My brown sugar was clumpy.
Whisking that all up. Now we need a small bowl to whisk together our wet ingredients. Half a cup of full fat cream cheese, Genevieve.
Me, Maria.
How long are you gonna mix flour?
What are you doing?
It's time for the wet ingredients. Half a cup of full fat cream cheese, sour cream, I mean. Differences between what we're using here. Jenna's using regular full fat sour cream. I'm using non-fat Greek yogurt. So the protein count is different here, the fat count is different here. I think we get plenty of fat from the other ingredients that we use in recipes like this. So I like to opt for higher protein options where I can. Even though when it comes to just eating yogurt, I'm a fan of full fat yogurt. 2.5 tablespoons of unsalted butter. I'm gonna use the whipped butter again. Jenna's using real butter again. Never tried whipped butter before.
It's literally just butter. Now I need 1 egg. Egg.
I'm gonna use an egg too. Eggs are a great source of nutrients, protein. I love eggs. I think they're healthy. When you heat up whipped butter, it looks so much yummier than plain butter. I think this whipped butter is a really good choice. The egg, the butter, and the sour cream or yogurt. Maybe I can do this. It's okay. No, it's so silky smooth. Now we combine wet and dry. Look at that donut batter. Look at it. Most stunning donut batter this world's ever seen, except I've never seen other donut batters, so I don't know. 1, 2, 3. These 3 are mine. And these 3 are Jenna's. Her batter is slightly darker than mine. Probably owe that to her real brown sugar that she used. Oven. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Icing. Half a cup of powdered sugar. I'm going to use this Truvia powdered sugar. Again, it's like monk fruit, same thing. 0 calorie sugar replacement.
Regular powdered sugar.
I have to say, I think when it comes to sugar, switching out for a low calorie option makes a pretty big difference. It says half a tablespoon of whole milk. We're both gonna be using almond milk because it's just half a tablespoon. It wasn't worth it to buy whole milk for half a tablespoon. Teaspoon of vanilla extract.
It tastes like a milkshake from Chick-fil-A.
How's it going?
Fine.
Hungry yet?
No.
So far they look identical. We just have to put the icing on top, but they look identical. These are Jenna's. These are mine. No one will ever be able to tell by looks, which is kind of cool. So we're done baking. We're gonna go eat lunch, and then we're gonna take this to my brother's house where my other siblings will be, and we'll have everybody try them, not knowing whose is whose, and say which one they would rather have a second bite of, and then I'll reveal the nutrition facts and the nutrition fact differences between the two after that. So we'll see you back here, or there, in a little bit. We are at my brother's house. We just ate dinner. This is my sister, Emily. This is Jenna and me. Emily doesn't know whose is whose. Me and Jenna obviously know whose is whose, but we haven't tried them yet either. So this is one, is the other. So they're pretty much identical. You really can't tell too much of a difference. There's a slight difference in color. It's really good. Mm-hmm. It's yummy. Mm-hmm. The donut part is really yummy.
I know which donut it is. It's so good though. I want a second bite right now.
It's a little chewy, right?
I feel like it's like cold.
The icing's a little cold. And with my second bite, I felt like the dough was a little chewy. But I do really like it. It's really good.
I taste the cold icing like a little bit.
Yeah, the cold icing is more prominent.
But honestly, I still like it a lot.
Donut beat? They're so thick. I feel like they're really like a lot to chew, both of them.
They're actually so similar.
Mm-hmm.
That one's really good too.
The icing on this one is definitely better. The icing on donut bean tastes more like coffee cake.
I feel like I would go for the cake here and the icing here.
Agreed.
What do you think? The cake is like not that different.
In terms of a second bite, I think I could go either way.
I think I would probably just do this one just because of the icing. Here, I actually taste the sugar. I just took a second bite. And I taste the sugar. Which I don't mind, kind of. If I want to have a donut, and I don't mind. But now I want to eat it because I enjoy both of them. So I would rather go for this one right now because I could tell this is the healthier one, first of all. But I don't feel like I'm eating, like I don't feel like I'm not satisfying my craving. So I want to go for it. Do I wish the icing wasn't cold feeling? Yeah, maybe.
But what you can easily do is use a healthier batter on this and then make the regular icing and put the regular icing on the healthier batter. Or even do the half monk fruit powdered sugar and half regular powdered sugar on this to decrease that coldness a little bit.
It's so good.
It is really good. So Emily's right. This is the healthier option. She did choose to take a second bite of this one. Just want to say that. We got 1 point for the healthier option. It could go either way. I feel like my point, it was negligible because I really would go either way. If either plate was in front of me. If I had both options, yeah, I'd pick the healthier one. But if this was in front of me, well, I guess that's the question. Yeah, I don't know. Jenna picked this one though. So we're at a tie right now, I would say.
It actually tastes almost the same.
I'm the healthiest option. My name is Matt.
My name is Omar.
And my name is Aladdin.
And we have 3 donuts. Off the bat, which one do we think is healthiest?
The healthier option, or can you tell which one?
Yeah, I can tell.
I feel like I have an inkling.
This is my guess of the healthier option.
That is also my guess of the healthy
This is the
option.
unhealthy option for sure.
You guys the
Wow.
unhealthy option?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's making you make these decisions? I'm just curious.
This one is like what's crumblier on top, which I think is a result of the texture of sugar, so whatever. This one is like more like a drizzled glaze on top, which I think is easier to do in a pot. Ipso facto, therefore, I don't know. This one's more like drizzled glazy, this one's more crumbly, sugary.
So this one also has a glaze that looks pretty similar.
It does, yeah.
What's the flavoring of our donut? What's it called?
Coffee cake.
This one's good.
Interesting.
I think Jenna made this one.
The icing has like a really cool feel on the mouth.
It's making me regret my choice. I think this one has to be the healthy one.
Mm.
Monk fruit usually has a coolness to it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Educated guess. Let's try this one now,
Alright.
shall we?
Yeah. You can have the whole thing.
It was good though.
Yeah, that one was very
It's
good.
actually delicious.
It was actually really good. Especially the dough. I feel like the icing maybe gave away a little bit, but the dough I felt like tasted like such a normal donut.
No, I'm not sure.
This one's definitely the non-healthy one. This is the healthy one. But I
Yeah.
feel like I might like this one more.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm still chewing.
That's why I think I might like this one more because it's a little bit less dense.
Yeah. This one like melts in your mouth a little bit more. Just because it's like, maybe because it's colder? I don't know.
No, actually.
That's not. Yeah.
I feel like I'm more used to this taste. You know?
Yeah, this one's more like conventional, like cakey. And this
Yeah.
one's more like.
And I feel like I like the taste of normal cake.
So the running question, which one would you take a second bite of?
Actually, I would take a second bite of this one to further expose my taste buds.
Yeah, I think this one for me.
I think I'd do this one. Because I feel like it's more of what I'm used to.
We have, what is it, 2 for this? Sorry, Omar. 2 for the healthier option, 1 one for the more traditional. So you guys are right.
Oh, okay.
This is the more traditional, unhealthy option, while this is the lower sugar, lower calorie, less kind of indulgent option. Okay, but mind you, he said he would go back for a second bite of that one, but he went for that one.
I did this one
Yeah,
too.
this one too.
Okay, so the calorie count on the traditional option is 413 calories per donut approximately. I did do 2 separate calorie counters. One came around to like 380, the other one 413. The fat is about 20 grams in that, carbs about 50, and protein about 4 grams.
And we're talking the unhealthy.
The unhealthy option. The healthier option has about 280 grams, 280 calories per donut. 14 grams of fat, 35 grams of carbs, and 4.4 grams of protein. So it's a little bit more moderate on our carb load here, a little bit more indulgent here on all fronts, yeah. But obviously both fit in a balanced diet. I'm honestly shocked by this response. I really thought the more indulgent, since they were both homemade, I thought that would win, but I'm pleasantly surprised. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and share out with anyone who you think might need a little entertainment and a little shoving into the healthier direction. So that's that. Thanks for joining us for another video, guys. If you have any suggestions on what you want us to try to make, comment below, let me know. We'll see what we take a second bite of. All right, so Medina's trying donut A.
Trying donut A.
Do you have any preconceptions right now about which one's healthy and unhealthy?
This one smells like pancake. This smells like pancake.
Okay.
I got really sweet, like as soon as it touched my mouth. The top was really sweet. It tastes like a real donut. Yummy. And then this is donut plate B. This one doesn't smell like pancake.
What does that mean? Why is that your basic?
That's so
It just
interesting.
doesn't smell like pancake.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I mean, I like both, but I'd take a second bite of this one.
Really?
Yeah.
Guess which one's which?
By her reaction, I'm assuming this is the healthy one.
But did you know that before I did that? Sorry, I shouldn't have done that.
Mm-mm. I thought this was a healthy one because this one doesn't taste a lot like sugar or anything.
Really?
Wow, another vote for the healthier option.
So I take a second bite of this one.
Oh, interesting.
I'm gonna take it right now.
I'll take your second bite for this one.
You guys are so darn cuddly. Okay.